Let's see. Do we have? I'm going to go ahead and check you real fast too, K22G. We couldn't hear you on our side. Just make sure that you weren't on push to talk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See?
That happened yesterday.
Not my first rodeo. So first guy. Act as if I just said it again.
Yeah.
I was being interviewed on TV.
We kind of woke up from the first map, early morning matches kind of thing.
Yeah, it was an interesting game watching that first part. But kind of talk us through what happened during the break. I mean, you guys had an hour before you had to play. What did you guys do before the matchup against Ryerson?
Yeah, we kind of just recollected. We might have just been a little shooken up from the first match, but we just calmed down, got our energy together. Our comms were a lot more high energy the second match, so that definitely helped.
Well, that's good to see. Coming into that one, I mean, you definitely were playing extremely well in that game. You had several clutch scenarios. Kind of talk us through. You choose. You had so many different chances. Kind of talk us through any of them.
So I think there was one 1v3 on late in the game on our T side, and they had flashed me and I got a kill off hold line. But then I knew they had an Opera Heaven, but it was actually a decoy. So the decoy went off and it kind of baited me to wide swing, and I got lucky because he just had a deagle out, so I was able to fend off of that.
Oh, that's awesome. I know that what I think would end up happening as well, so of course we can see the entire matchup. So what I think would also happen while you were blinded, I think they thought that they actually caused more damage to you than what they really did, right? I think you may have had like a 1 HP call out because the opera that was up top at the very end, the last frag that you got, he pulled out his pistol instead of holding it down with an op. So my assumption is because he was also aiming for the body as well. He wasn't trying to aim for the headshot.
Faces.
So, oh, okay.
That's my. I mean, again, I'm not taking away from you. You won the round, so that was an awesome kind of way to be able to play that one out. Let's talk a little bit differently now. How long has your team been put together? Because we've seen you. We've got some good stats on your team as well. But how long has that collective been together?
Yeah. So MJB and I are both freshmen. So we played in a summer tournament last summer. So we've been playing together since that around. So, and then we played in this past season of CSL and Max, as well as we played in the last ESCA season together. So we have a lot of experience playing with each other.
Awesome. So you've got a pretty young team to kind of continue to build up. Let's talk a little bit about some of the teams that are in this tournament. You've now made it into the 16-team double elimination playoff bracket that begins on May 5th. Kind of talk us through. We've got VCU, we've got UConn, we've got RMU. What are some of the teams you're going to be looking out for?
Yeah, we played against most of these guys before. I think toward the top of our list, I think we're eager to play against RMU. And VCU is a fun one because we played against them before. We know what to expect with that.
Common denominator, man. We've heard so many people say, I want to play against UCF, I want revenge, or any of the teams. So always excited to hear that one coming out. There seems to be a lot of people gunning for them. And so one question I have for you, K22G, is that, so we saw Overpass the first time, and you said there was a lot more comms this time, a lot more energy. Did you intentionally, and you and your team look intentionally to get Overpass again as any part of like redemption, or say, okay, we're better than this, let's show that we're better than that?
Yeah, that was definitely part of it. I think the last two maps in ban phase were Inferno and Overpass.
Correct.
And we just watched them play Inferno, so we knew.
Yeah, so that's
we figured.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we just figured our Overpass could probably pull through. It'd be better than what it was an hour earlier.
That's something that we were looking at as well during as we saw the pick bans, is the fact that it was left up to Inferno and Overpass. So it makes sense at that point. The fact that it got there though. But again, you guys played extremely well. You were a completely different team going into that second version of Overpass. I'm very critical of players, and I feel like I kind of hold people to a standard. And you guys played extremely well in that second game, so you definitely deserve going into the playoffs this time. So your first matchup, I don't know about that. I probably. But you guys definitely redeemed yourself going into the next one. So Kyle, I want to ask you one more question. So we've got a $5,000 prize pool.
Wow.
And the winning team gets $3,000. What do you guys do with it?
There's this really good hot dog place outside our college called Dogtown. We're definitely gonna hit that place up.
Nice. Go to Dogtown. All right, I'm gonna remember that. I'm
You're
gonna use that
crazy,
throughout the
guy.
podcast next time you guys are on board. I'm gonna say that they're trying to make it to Dogtown. That's where it's at.
That's a cute answer.
Well, that's awesome.
I'll make fun of him in the
K22G,
comments.
got any last comments before we let you go?
I love my father.
We're just excited. We're looking for the prize, and I think we're have a good chance to get that. So we're excited.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to the day where we actually see you up on the stage behind us as
Oh,
well.
very
We've
nice.
got time. We're going to be doing this time and time again. We're going to host it, have a LAN event right here up on our main stage, and be able to have the chance for you guys to be able to see all of this,
What does that
what
mean?
we have. So,
I mean,
again,
Like,
thank you
it's
for
fun,
joining
like,
us,
like-
K22G. Good luck in the playoffs that
Yeah,
begins
so-
on May